All right, guys. So, tragically, right? Last night, Putin launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Okay, and yeah, it's not pretty. Okay, reports are that people are already dying. There, military confrontations between the Ukrainian government and the Russian government. There's all types of stuff going on now that seems like it's going to be a serious conflict. All right, Putin was not playing around. Okay, this is what happens when you have a president of the United States that leads from a place of weakness, right? Elections have consequences, right? And people need to understand that. But this video right here is mainly about some of the most insane reactions that I saw last night to Putin basically launching this invasion into Ukraine that really blew my mind. It's just absolutely unbelievable, right? Unbelievable stuff. But before we get into that, I just want to go ahead and play this footage just to give you guys a summarized version of what happened last night and what's going on in Ukraine before we get into some of these insane reactions. Take a look.
Also breaking news this morning, Russia's invasion of Ukraine officially now underway. And President Biden says the U.S. will respond in a united and decisive way. Explosions were seen and heard across the country overnight. Ukraine's president this morning tweeted, "The world is with us." President Vladimir Zelensky says he spoke this morning with world leaders, including President Biden, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and the German Chancellor, and the presidents of both France and Poland. 10 TV's Krista Frost is following updates on this throughout the world. And for us this morning, Krista, what are you hearing right now?
Well, we're hearing actually new information. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, members are meeting an emergency session following these attacks that we're seeing. Now, some of the member countries are supplying arms, ammunition, and other equipment to Ukraine, but it is important to note that NATO, as an organization, will not launch any military actions. Now, take a look at this flight radar. Those little yellow planes are civilian planes. You'll also notice a big empty airspace over Ukraine and Russian border regions. Now, Eurocontrol manages air traffic across Europe, and they decided to divert commercial planes from the area just hours before Russia launched invasion. Now, a European Union representative responding to these attacks.
These are among the darkest hours for Europe since the end of World War II. A major nuclear power has attacked a neighbor country and is threatening reprisals of any other states that may come to its rescue.
So other leaders across the world are responding to this. Russian President Putin warned others that any attempt to interfere would lead to consequences you've never seen in history. That's actually a quote. And hear what President Biden is saying in response to that. That's just about 30 minutes away.
Krista, thank you. It's likely the president will speak on this later today. We will, of course, bring that update and other updates to you on the 10 TV News app.
All right, guys, so you've seen that, you heard that, right? That is an ongoing situation that is unfolding literally as we speak. Okay, so there's a lot of moving parts that, quite honestly, can't be covered in this video, right? It's not the point of this video. I just want you guys to be aware of kind of what's going on. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are. Now, time to get into some of the more insane kind of reactions to this. But first, I want to play a celebrity, right, who spoke out and had a voice during the presidential election season, okay, who a lot of people sadly were looking up to for their political insight, okay. This person has chimed in on what's going on, right, with her foreign policy expertise. And she's letting us know that, hey, she's not on NATO or Russia's side. And that person is no other than Cardi B. Take a look.
It's really me. I actually want to say a lot of things, but I'm just going to mind my business because sometimes I feel like I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right things, I might get killed. But I'm really not on NATO's side. I'm really not in Russian side. I'm actually in the citizen side because at the end of the day, the world is having a crisis right now. There's inflation not only in America, but everywhere in the world. It's really hard to get the economy back up. There is so much shipments and embarkments backed up. China's not really messing with us, so a lot of things are behind, a lot of goods are behind, and this shit just made it way more complicated. So I'm just really annoyed by this, and I really wish that all world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion, but whatever.
All right, guys. So believe it or not, Cardi B is gonna have the best take on this situation out of all the people and takes that we're gonna go over in this video here. She's gonna have the best take, right? And that is really saying something about what some people are saying, the conclusions that they're coming to, the things they're thinking about during this time of conflict, right? First, we start with Miss Dana Hill, who actually has a decent following on Twitter of 17,000 followers, okay? This is a Democrat operative, okay? And they say a lot of people in Ukraine crowded together inside. Only 35% of Ukrainians have been vaccinated. Less than 2% have been boosted. This person literally tweeted this at 12:47 a.m. Okay? Literally as we're getting breaking news of what's happening, right? People are dying. Planes are being shot down. War is breaking out. And this person is literally tweeting about how Ukrainians aren't vaccinated enough, right? This person's worried about COVID, okay? COVID, right? You got a potential war, right, that's breaking out. Again, these leftists, man, these liberals, I truly don't understand. I really don't get it, okay? Some of these people are truly brainwashed, right? They really are, okay? Yeah, I understand the argument that disease can definitely have an effect and is relevant during a war, but I'm not sure if COVID is going to be as relevant as, let's say, smallpox was during the American Revolution, right? I think this person here is reaching, okay? But even this wasn't the worst, right? As this person right here tweeted something that nobody should really be surprised about, but you know, again, when you see it, right? When you actually see it, it has an effect, okay? In which it really does blow your mind here. As this person, JLF Comms, says, this isn't discussed much, but Putin very much benefits from white privilege. I can't see a scenario in which a black or brown man running Russia will be allowed to invade Ukraine with no devastating consequences. See Crimea in 2014. White supremacy will destroy us. Now Putin is benefiting from white privilege, right? There you have it, guys. That is the racialized take on what is going on between a conflict of basically two groups of people who are white, right? The Ukrainians and the Russians, who are almost ethnically the same. They're basically the same, okay? This is the take, right? That it is a form of white privilege. I don't understand. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things going on in Africa in which there, black leaders, invading other countries, okay, and nothing's being done about it, right? I'm pretty sure that's happening around the world, okay? I'm pretty sure that's happening. But, this person right here obviously got flamed into protecting her tweets, okay? And this is what she looks like. Should be no real surprises here. But this right here really takes the cake because Cenk Uygur from TYT is somebody that actually has a real following, right? He actually has an opinion that people listen to. Not a whole lot of people, but some people listen to, a decent amount of people listen to. And this guy right here basically repeats the exact same thing this previous person says, and it's even more insane, right? He says, the right wing doesn't love Putin just because he's an authoritarian, tyrannical leader. They love him because he's a white authoritarian leader. Race has become more important than even nationality. They've turned on democracy and now even America in favor of a white warlord. Bro, this man has his own network. I can't believe it. This dude is literally saying that people on the right are so racist that they're supporting Putin, who's Russian, who's white, against, this war against Ukraine. People who also, some of them are ethnically basically the same, right? They're white. They're supporting him because he's a white authoritarian leader. Okay, this is the take. Now, this take right here tells you that Cenk knows nothing about conservatives or people on the right. Because literally, we just finished basically destroying Justin Trudeau for being an authoritarian in Canada. Is Justin Trudeau not white? Right? Is he not white? Last time I checked, he looks pretty white, except when he's doing blackface. Okay? So how in the world is the right supporting Putin because he's a white authoritarian leader when the right just finished, again, being upset about what's going on in Canada because of an authoritarian leader who happened to be white? Again, this guy knows nothing about conservative politics. He knows nothing whatsoever. He just has this idea in his mind, Republicans are racist. Anything that I disagree with is racist, right? Anything I disagree with. And again, this comes as there's, this perpetuation of this idea that people on the right and conservatives are supporting Putin just because we don't want to go to war, right? That's literally what it is. I mean, people have been blasting Tucker Carlson as supporting Putin just because he said, listen, I don't want the U.S. to get involved in this conflict with Russia, right? It's amazing how these so-called progressives claim to be against the establishment, right? They claim to be against the military-industrial complex. They claim to be against forever wars, right? But this guy is literally repeating MSNBC talking points that are used to justify going to war and sending American troops overseas to defend the lives of people in Ukraine, right? He's literally spouting those same talking points, except he's taking it to a new level of ridiculousness and throwing in race, right? Claiming that people on the right support Putin because he's white. Absolutely ridiculous stuff, man. It really is. And it shows you how brain dead some of these leftists are. I mean, this guy, he needs to see a psychiatrist, right? He really does. Okay? So again, there's some incredible takes that are already coming out of this conflict, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot more. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.